You comment and use the phrase work, sweat, win a lot. What does it mean and where does it come from? I'll tell you exactly where it comes from. I was living in New York or DC. I went to college at Westchester University, and they had, I was awarded with a Legacy of Leadership Award. And I went back to Westchester University, and I was at this awards benefit gala type thing. And I'll be honest, they sent me a brochure or something that had to do with the thing, and all I really looked at was like, what day and time was it? And so I went, and this is, God, maybe 10 years ago, more. And no, this had to be like 2010-ish. So way before therapy, and still very much in the should phase of my life. Anyway, so I knew that I should go to this thing. And so I went, and there was I think there was like 3 of us from like 3 different verticals or something. And the first person went up, and I saw that she had like note cards, and she went up and she accepted this award, and then they kind of like directed her to the podium. And I turned around to who was sitting next to me. I was like, "Oh, we're expected to give a speech." And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, of course." And they're like, "You have something, right?" I was like, "Oh, of course I have something prepared." I had nothing prepared. And so I walked up onto the podium and shook the chancellor's hand and got my little thing, and then stood up at the podium with my hands like I was very certain. And I think the person before me had said something, and I made some kind of a joke about what they had said, and went into this, what I'm sure was a long-winded diatribe about leadership and success and what it meant and what it takes to achieve it. And I sat there and I was like, because that's really all I do is I get up and I work, and I do all the work that I need to do, and then at some point I go to the gym and I sweat it out, and then eventually I'll win. And then I get up the next day and I do the exact same thing. I get up, I do the work, I go to the gym, I sweat it out, and then eventually, if I keep doing that, I win. And it's work, and it's sweat, and it's win. And it's work, and it's sweat, and it's win. And then I just ended it with, so whatever you decide to do, if you really want to do it, work, sweat, win. And for a speech that I don't really even remember giving, except for like that little phrase, I got a standing ovation, and people came up to me all the time and like, work, sweat, win, work, sweat, win, work, sweat, win. And it stuck. And now I have it on t-shirts, I put it on mugs, and another perfect example of me stumble fucking my way into something successful that I had no business doing. And I literally just dumbed it down to the 3 tenets that I knew underscored how I was living my life at the time. And now it has become an ethos that I live by, because I really do believe that if you dedicate yourself to discipline, and if you get up early every morning and you work as hard as you possibly can, and you exhaust yourself until there's nothing left in the tank, and you go to bed tired, and then you do it again the next morning, you will win. You will. Period. I guarantee it. If you get up every morning, and I'm not saying there's a difference between like going to the gym and working out, right? There's a difference between sitting at your desk and doing the work. But if you are serious, legitimately serious, authentically serious about doing the work, sweating your ass off, you will win. Period. End of story. It's going to happen. The ethos is very simple. The execution is very hard. But if you build it, they will come. Work, sweat, win.